The market has opened, guys, and I'm still holding on into my profitable long. However, I haven't yet taken any single profits out of it. And right now, Bitcoin is actually seeing a little bit of a retracement. Hence why I've got new ideas. I'm going to maybe short Bitcoin if we continue going higher. And also, if we dip below, we might actually get a nice new long. So if you had missed my previous long, as you can see, if I quickly pull up the week's exchange, as you can see, I still got it open. It has actually went down in terms of profits. Yesterday we had a 60% profit. Right now we only have 31%. I say only, but to be honest, I'm totally alright and cool with this amount of profit. And also I still have my short open from 106. So as I told you guys, whenever I open up a long, I'll never make it or make it affect the short that I have open. I can literally on weeks have multiple ideas going against each other by having the isolated separated on the bottom, or sorry, top right corner, as you can see. Or right now, if I put up the Bitcoin technical analysis, we can clearly see that we had kept up with actually seeing a Sunday pump last time, or every single time for the past 30 days. Every single time we had seen either a consolidation or a pump during Sunday and Saturday, we always see a retracement once Monday and the market opens. Hence why we clearly have seen it also happen again. We saw the Monday candle open and we immediately started dropping from 88 all the way lower to 85. And if you had watched my previous video, because yesterday and the day before that I spoke about how I might actually turn my long into a Bitcoin short. However, I didn't quite short this yet. If you're asking me, or if you're wondering whether I shorted this, absolutely not, because the scenario that I put on for me to take a short, I told you guys that I need to see Bitcoin go above this wick, as you can see, and we actually never went above it. However, this can be actually something that is quite good. Why? Because for the most time, whenever we see a wick that we want to be taken out, but we never see it, or we get it close to it, but we never hit it, that's totally and normally quite good in terms of liquidity. Because obviously, as you can see, we also have new shorts that are opening at the wick or at the high of Monday, in addition to the wick that we had actually been targeting for the past days. Now that would mean that if we actually go higher, that would much highly amplify the strength and the possibility of a better short. Because yesterday we only had the previous wick that we wanted to target, we didn't have much liquidity. But now with Monday getting closer to it, with us getting closer to 88 and dropping below it, haven't spent lots of time above it or close to it, below it, that would mean that we got liquidity all jumped on at 88 or 87. That meaning that not only do we have a good likelihood of us actually revisiting Monday's high, as I said guys previously, that whenever you see the Monday high being put on outside of New York session, that usually means that if we go and open up New York session, which is going to open in 13 minutes, that would mean that we have an 80% probability of actually going back above it. So not only do we have the technical probabilistic factor of going back above these highs to take the Monday high that we put outside New York session, but we also still do have the other same idea of us actually shorting this. So we got a new short scalp that would add or combined with the other idea we had on a higher time frame where we wanted to short either way. So I'm quite happy. I haven't yet shorted, but I'm even more convinced and even more ready to short if we see a fake out, especially if it happens during the next 6 hours. If we see a pump again, we make a high that is put in between the 6 hours the new session is open, then I'm going to definitely try shorting Bitcoin if we see 88 being taken out. And you have to keep in mind guys that I'll never tell you to put a limit order at 88. Please don't blindly short us hitting 88. We need to go back above 88, take all these highs. So we'll take the Monday high, take all liquidity all below the Monday high, and also go above this high as we've been given and saying from yesterday. And then and only if we see a fall back below, fake out of the highs, and then seeing 87 being or 88 being lost, go to 87, then I might actually try to short. So you have to understand that it is a case-based scenario of a trade. I need to see 88 being reclaimed, going above it, and then if a fake out is given, I'm going to absolutely jump into a short. However, if we actually see 88er claimed and we never get a chance of a fake out, we see actually Bitcoin making 88 into support, I'm going to be ready of a possible actually pump to the upside. So you have to understand that we either get a nice short or we do nothing. By that, I mean, please don't take this possibility as a sign for you to long. The longs are done when we're dumping. So if we get a dump, you might actually be able to try a little long, whether at 85.1 or preferably at 84.6. But if we never dump that low, please don't be longing the highs and the break out of 88, because obviously I'm against trading breakouts whenever we're talking about longs and breakdowns whenever we're talking about the dumps, because I'd prefer getting longs at the lows and shorts at the high. So I'm going to be waiting for the Monday high to be taken out and a possible new short. But for the time being, I still got my good long in little bit of profits, and hopefully everybody that been following the content, absolutely guys, on Saturday and Sunday, even though we didn't go live, but I did actually make two nice videos. One telling you guys that I entered the long, and the other planning ahead and also talking about the short idea. So thank you guys about the beginning, and let me right now read the comments. Thank you, brother, for showing up, and sorry guys for actually being a bit late. We had a little bit of connection issues, and also to be honest, I had lots of stuff to do, but either way it actually works out well in our favor, because right now we only got 10 minutes till the market New York session opens. And usually, guys, by the way, I've been saying that, like, usually all trades are given, or all the good moves are given during New York session, so it works out well for us, to be honest. So let me quickly read the comments, guys. I'm always trying to give you a little quick update at the beginning, so whoever like comes in, they know that like the first 5 to 10 minutes are usually the good important stuff, and after that, once we're done, I'm going to follow the market structure with you. I'm going to follow the market, see if we actually get given a long or short, because obviously, guys, I'm hoping that we actually get a chance to enter whether a long or short together. So let me see. I see that we have a little bit of connections issue up till now, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully it isn't that bad, because I'm seeing that we're getting all red right now. Hold on a second. Guys, tell me if the connection is good back again, because I'm pretty sure like it's lagging down a bit. Thank you, brothers. We got Rifat. How are you doing, brothers? Let me read the comments one by one. We've got Marine. How are you doing? Muhammad Rifat Living said, how show is late today, right? Yes, brother, thank you for catching that. I'm quite enjoying the fact that at least I've got people holding me accountable whenever I'm a bit late. But as you can see, guys, and I think you can tell that the connection isn't the best, so at least I'm not missing an upload or a live stream. So thank you guys for bearing with me, and also for sticking along and actually being always like ready for me to send the notification and for us to jump randomly into the live, even though I'm trying to stick for or at the 4 p.m. timing. But we have to be a little bit flexible whenever we got some issues. I'd rather, like, to be honest, like be a little bit late rather than actually missing an upload. We lost you for 30 seconds. Okay, so I see that we still have issues, guys. Let me quickly double check that. Lost you for 30 seconds. Okay, so I think, yeah, to be honest, guys, let's roll with it and see if we can actually continue for an hour or so. Guys, tell me if the connection is back again. I'm not sure. Hold on a second. So I'm trying to read the comments, but I'm scared that if I go back like to the beginning of the comments, I might not see people tell me that the connection is lost. So let me quickly do it. How we doing, Livingston? Mr. Amoro, good morning or good evening, everyone. Exactly, brothers. We got the community all over the world, to be honest. I hope Ahmed is good on health terms. Thank God I'm doing quite alright. Thank you, Mr. Amoro, living much needed live because of Monday. Yes, guys, like, I know that I am a bit late, but I'll never skip Mondays. Monday is usually the best and the most important one. Like Monday, and not only Monday, but New York session open, which is going to happen in at around 7 minutes, is the most crucial timing. Like you can even notice it. Like if I go to the 5-minute time frame, notice how the movement in price action quite starkly differs once we open up New York session. So you have to understand that weekend is the most dead timing in terms of price action. We rarely even get a pump or dump. Like Sundays was quite, to be honest, like fun a little bit because at least we had a little pump. But for the most part, usually Sunday and Saturday are usually the most boring ones. And also, like once the CME opens, we might get some action. But after that, you have to wait for the New York session opens or open on Monday. So we got it in 6 minutes. You have to memorize this timing, guys. If you want to become an actual traders, you must pay close attention to when does the New York session open happens for you, depending on where you live. I'm pretty sure it's like 9:30, if I'm not mistaken, in New York time, Eastern time. Maybe Wayne can actually correct me if I'm wrong. But Dubai time is actually 6:30. So hold on a second. We got Wayne in the chat. Thank you, brother, for showing up. Smash the like button. Thank you, brother. Luke said 91k short coming. We'll see. Yeah, if we get a pump and we get a nice opportunity short, I might actually jump into the short with you. Thank you, Living. Thank you, Avish. BRT, how you doing, brother? Lines, I'm not sure how to really say your name, but I think Bitcoin should extend its bullish relief up to 92.94. We'll see. We'll wait and see, to be honest. Hi, bro. How you doing, Kenzoy? Hold on a second. We got Michael in the chat. TD, good morning to you brothers. We got Renata and sisters. So sorry, guys. Doing great. Hold on a second. I think we've got a little bit of people having a conversation in between each other. So hold on a second. Hopefully, I didn't miss quite a few, guys. Lots of long trapped at the high. That is good, but let me quickly, because like at the beginning, I tried to make it in a little quick update format. But now that we have the chance to maybe have a little clearer conversation, guys, if you wanna, by the way, guys, I might miss a little bit of the comments, so please like type them back again if I missed your comments. But anyways, let me quickly explain why I'm liking the short now even more. So give me a 5-minute rant here before I continue reading the comments, because if you had watched the video that I posted yesterday, which is titled, let me read it. I longed Bitcoin, but I'll short soon. So even though it's an oversimplification of the video, but the point is, like, when Bitcoin was at 87, I told you guys, or I do actually still like have the plan of, like I told you, like if we go back above to this high, which is not too important. Why? Because we don't have much liquidity. Like we didn't spend lots of time at the high before dropping. Technically, that isn't a sign of high liquidity. Hence why it's not that important. Like the main reason for me shorting would be if we get a pump, like or if we had gotten a pump like this, would be mainly for us going to the Fibonacci retracement and also the value area high of the previous range, and also for this little anchored view up. So the reasons would have been this, but I would have at least been gotten, or I had used this high to have a little of a confirmation. Not the best, but it wouldn't be the best easiest short to be had. But now the reason why I'm actually explaining it once again, because now the factors are different a bit, because we had actually, like from today and yesterday night, we had actually gone too close to this high. See how, like, previously we only had this price action, we had a high and then nothing that would sign anything that, or nothing that would show us that this high is anything of importance. But now that we had spent actually lots of time very close, like notice how, like, it's very close, this high wasn't taken out. So this high on the left side wasn't taken out, guys. But then not only that, we literally had a textbook, and we have still right now a textbook liquidity from the short side. See how we got this high? Look at this. Perfect, to be honest. Like this high being higher than this one being higher than this one, and see how it's like in a curve. Whenever you see this signals a high liquidity. That means that if we fake out this one, we'll probably get a nice short if it's lost. That's mainly, or basically, the idea. So not only do we have the other reasons that I've mentioned on my previous video, which were that, like, let me put the chart back on. So we had, hold on a second. I had the ideas to short, which were the anchored view up taken from 97. See how, like, good it is, because like we have even hit it like twice previously, and we actually went down from it. So we have the anchored view up getting close. We also have the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement tool from this local high, as you can see, from this local high to this local low, and we also had the zone of the value area low at 91 and the previous value area high at 88, 89. Just go with them, guys. Like it would probably take me another 30 minutes to explain what the PVH means, but just understand that it's an important line. So anyways, so we had all these reasons, but now what makes me more convinced, or not convinced, but at least like more ready for the short, is because not only do we have all the other factors, but we also have Monday high being perfectly in lots of liquidity. So we have a perfect textbook liquidity here. And most importantly, I do like the fact also that the high on Monday was put outside of the New York session. And now that we are going to open up the New York session in about 30 seconds, after that, I tell you guys that statistically, there's like 80% likelihood of us going back to this area. So if we drop from here, we can use the stat to actually get us a nice long, and if we never dump, we can use the stat to actually be ready for a little short. So the stat says that whenever you put the Monday high, which is, let me quickly see which one is the Monday high. Monday high is this one. So as you can see, we've got this Monday high, and let's just assume that's all of this because technically they're all close to each other. So we've got the Monday high with the whole cluster of liquidity wicks all together, and we have 80% of us going back to it. If you want to, guys, if you're someone who's been watching our content for at least a week, I'm going to go back and give you an example of how we were able to short Bitcoin. If you watched Monday's live stream from last week, you would have shorted Bitcoin because I literally told you the exact same thing. Like, we had the exact same setup. If you quickly, excuse me, guys, let me find it again. Let me see where it was. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Hold on a second. I'm not sure if it's this Monday high or the other one. Let me quickly find it. Maybe it wasn't this Monday high. Not sure. Okay, but see, hold on a second. Yeah. So we had, as you can see, technically not the one that I was speaking about, but I'm pretty sure that it's similar to it. So we had these being Monday's high. As you can see, this is the Monday high, and then we opened up the New York session here. As you can see, exactly. And then what we did, we actually took the Monday high and we dropped below. So I'm mistaken, guys. I'm pretty sure I'm talking about not this Monday high, but the other one. But anyways, that's also similar or exactly similar. So see how coincidentally we also have this one. So we had made a Monday high with lots of wicks and then opened up next session, wicked it, liquidated all the previous ones and went down. So it's basically the same thing that I'm speaking about more, but even much stronger because we also have other ideas stacked up all together. And just quickly, I'm not sure, let me double check. I think I was talking about the other Monday. Yeah. See how this one was, we had the Monday high, we had the liquidity sitting, we faked out this one and then we went lower. So see how like everything quite happens again and again, as you can see. So and by the way, that was the reason for me entering a short previously at 106, guys. So I just want to teach you guys that you have to understand how powerful the idea of seeing liquidity being built up at a Monday high when we going down and we have the next session opening. So hold on a second, guys. Let me quickly read down the comments. I think I've hopefully made you understand why I'm exactly more happy about shorting this. Like, even though yesterday I was ready to short if we had gone a little bit above to 89, but now seeing that we have literally failed to break it and we had liquidity, and we do have liquidity here with the Monday high being here, I'm more convinced of maybe trying a short if you go do this and then go lower, as we had done for the past two weeks, to be honest. So every single time we put a Monday high, we open your session, take it out, we get a short. So the pattern is going to repeat. So let me quickly read down the comments, guys. Sorry for if I had missed a few. Good to see you again, Ahmed. Do you post on X? Do you only post without checking on the stuff there yourself? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not personally posting on it, but thank you. I do have a guy that posts like new stuff on it, like not like actual TA. I might start doing it, but to be honest, like I'm the kind of person that hates how like the posting system and the reply system is on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. So I'm trying to like force myself to do it, but I'm quite enjoying Telegram. Like, I wish if Twitter copies Telegram, to be honest. Let's assume we are in a bear market and Bitcoin finds its bottom in October 2026. Where do you think the bottom is most likely to be? 60, 50, or 40? To be honest, I can entertain the video or the question and try to answer it by maybe thinking out loud and seeing on a higher time frame where the bottom can be. But me as a day trader, it wouldn't benefit me much, to be honest. But just out of curiosity, we can assume that a drop to at least midway through this one would be quite fine. To be honest, like I wouldn't care about the price target of like the bottom or where the bottom would be. I'm more like, to be honest, like interested in how long we'll spend in a bad, boring consolidation within the bottom. So just to give you a quick, clear idea, guys, that I've been getting lots of gurus and experts, whatever you want to call them, on Twitter, YouTube, that were saying that we had started the bull market. Some call this the beginning of the bull market. Some call this as the beginning of the bull market. So they all differ, to be honest. Like, but most of them agree that we had entered the bull market at around 2024, 2025. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but most of them like agree that, oh, we had the halving happen. I'm pretty sure it happened like April 2024, if I'm not mistaken, guys. I'm bad at fundamentals, but maybe you can correct me. But anyways, like all of them at least agree that the bull market that we are in, or at least we were in prior to this drop, have started or did start from anywhere from the beginning of 2024 or even the end or beginning of 2025. So they all agree, even though they disagree on which or where exactly was the beginning of the bull market, but they all agree that it was within the section that I've got on the chart. But me personally, as a trader that doesn't care much, but if I use my brain to think about it out loud and I pull up the chart without doing any TA, I'd see that as a normal person, like as someone maybe that doesn't look or care much about the bear and bull market stuff, because I like to trade much more than I do invest, but to be honest, investing doesn't require looking at the charts, me personally. But I only look at the charts for the sake of to be honest, trading. So anyways, let me entertain the question by saying that I'm quite astonished by how all the gurus are saying that the bull market started in 2024. Like, why would you say that the beginning was here at 2024 when we were literally, like, when we had bottomed out at 16K on or at 2022, the end of 2022, November 2022, and then we never saw any kind of a boring consolidation? Like, to me personally, if I'm going to share my opinion, even though I wouldn't say that it matters much, but if I had to say, I would tell you guys that me personally, whenever I open up a chart, I'd say that the bull market had started from bottoming out at 16K. That is an actual bull market. Why would I say that anything other than this isn't considered a bull market? Because if I entertain these kind of terms, because me personally, I wouldn't care if you want to use the term bull or bear market, but let's go with it. If you want to call this, like, if you want to call 16K or sorry 60K to here a bull market, and for this to be called a bull market, my point is that you have to have a bear market. Even though like I don't care about them, but let me go with it. Like, with the terms that they're using, for a bull market to happen, you need to have a bear market happening prior to that. I think we can all agree that this is the logic that they're using. Yeah. So with that kind of logic, I'm using their logic against them. If your logic that a bull market has to have or had to have a bear market before that, how would you call this one a bear market? Like, I wouldn't say this was a bear market. Like, we rarely dropped. Like, we barely dropped, actually, guys. We only went like from a high of 73 to the low of like 50K. So, and we only spent like, let me see how long we did spend. We only spent like less than a year, so maybe like 2/3 of a year, to be honest. So I wouldn't say that this was a bear market. We shouldn't kid ourselves. Why am I saying that if we get a bear market, it's not about how much we drop to or what would the bottom be? It's more about how long will we stay at. Because for me, the reason why I'm only saying that we had bottomed out or the beginning of the bull market was 16K, because see how we literally, like, after starting to drop, for the last leg of the drop, we literally spent like a good month, or sorry, a year and a half of us consolidating it in between 30 to 30. So we went below it 50%, we went above it 50%. But for the most part, we literally spent a good year and a half in a boring, deadly consolidation. To be honest, we have never seen something similar to it ever since this happened back 2 years ago. So we shouldn't kid ourselves by saying that, oh, this bull market ended too early. How is it possible? That's not fair. Guys, you have to be truthful with yourself and real with yourself, and say and open up a chart and see for yourself that realistically, or me personally, I'd say that the bull market has been going on for 3 years. So you can't expect it to go for much longer. Forget about the halving, forget about the 4 year cycle, all this BS that is being shared on Twitter, because obviously, guys, trust me, whatever is too known, whatever, whenever everybody's like ultra tunnel focused on a certain thing, it won't work, guys. So just open up a chart and think for yourself. Forget about the halving, forget about the 4 year cycle, forget about the must do's, because the market doesn't care about your feelings or the rules. And open up a chart, you clearly see that we never had a strong bad, like deadly bear market. By deadly, I mean that you see people losing interest and literally like flocking out of the market. That's what I mean. Because like, as a person who had gone through the 2016 2017 bull market, the 2021 2022 bull market, and also this one, I see that this bear market was an actual one of us going a year and a half of nothing important happening. Now, if Bitcoin was to do that, I'll say that, okay, I'm convinced now. But trust me, like, if we drop quickly to 40k, but we then as quickly go to 150, I wouldn't say that we had entered the bear market. The bear market isn't about how much we drop to. Me personally, a bear market is actually testing people's, or sorry, investors' resilience in terms of sticking out for a longer period of time. So even though I'm a day trader, I mainly focus on the lower time frame. I can I can do a little bit of entertainment in terms of actually answering those kind of questions. Even though, like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I wouldn't say that it's important to be an expert in this, but as a normal person who's also an investor alongside of being a trader, I can also have a little bit of a contrarian opinion when it comes to this kind of stuff. Anyways, thank you for asking a good question. To be honest, hopefully, guys, you weren't bored with how long it took me to answer. Anyways, we've got the good price action right now. Moving on. And also, guys, by the way, for the next upcoming 3 days, I'm going to be traveling, but I'm going to take my laptop with me, so don't worry. Hopefully, I'm going to try and live stream too. Hold on. Frugal said, when you say a fake out, Ahmed, at 88, which time frame are you referring to? It depends on what kind of like price action we get, but just because at least you're asking about a certain setup. Now, on this one, it's hard to tell, but at least the 15 to 30 minute time frame. So by fake out, I'm not saying that it is like a rule. It's not, you'll never get an actual confirmation. It's not about actually going above to 89 and then you wait for a 15-minute time frame close and then you get an absolute confirmed job. It's not about that. But at least if I want to simplify and answer your question, yes, at least a 15 to a 30-minute close below the 88k top would be to be honest, satisfy the entrance within the setup. But preferably, if you want to make it a little bit too complicated, you'd also have to see the reaction and the candles and how they open and close. And also the order flow app is much more important. Even though I haven't gotten the chance to set it up, I always got it open, guys, by the way, on my laptop to see how many longs and shorts. And for this being a fake out of the highs, I usually want a large amount of longs opening here and then the price going lower below. So I want to see longs open at the top. I want to see a fail to hold this area and then for me to enter a short, because if I see longs being stuck at the top, I understand that if we go lower, all of them will be liquidated, guys. So you have to understand this factor because it's very crucial and important. That what like separates maybe the advanced from the amateur traders, because I have the order flow data that would help me make a better judgment rather than just looking at the candles. Thank you, brother. Sorry for missing a little bit of the comments. Let me quickly read them. Adilson, I think, good analysis, bro. How long you been trading crypto? Thank you, brother. To be honest, I'd say 7 years, but mainly trying to become a trader, like a profitable trader, maybe 4 years. I caught the short at 86.9 in profits now. Good for you, brother. To be honest, I'll never claim that I told you guys to short 86. I'm not sure what you mean, but I was talking about actually seeing a fake out to this and then go lower. So no, I didn't short, but I'm quite happy that even though you misunderstood me, you were able to make money. How you doing, Zloty? How you doing, Tan, bruv? Nigeria, it's like 3:25 p.m. now. Okay, thank you for watching me in the evening. We got Rohan, XRP. How you doing, brothers? Can you please answer my question? It would be pretty nice because I have I have to go, I think. Hopefully I've answered the question, Ben. Thank you. The action tourist said, hold on a second. I've got lots and lots of comments, brothers, so bear with me, because I literally went down a bit and I saw that we got a ton here. Seeing so many I follow on X talking about the business cycle and liquidity is supposed to extend the cycle. I have no idea, to be honest. The connection is good. I think it has been good for a while, so thankfully. And Figa said, good morning, good morning to y'all, brothers and sisters. Ahmed, I opened short from 87k. Should I close it now? Not totally, but at least have a stop loss at break even, guys. Like I do understand that most of you guys are trying to make it in the market, but please, you have to understand that if you're asking me about closing it or not, you have to have a stop loss, guys. Don't ever enter a single trade without setting a stop loss once you open or once you actually enter the trade. Anyways, now we are actually hitting the anchored view up. Let's see how it actually reacts to it. Me personally, I wouldn't be trying too long just because I have a long already. But let me see what kind is this. Okay, this is Sunday, so this was Monday's low. Yeah, so we took out Monday's low. Hold on a second, that was the low we also had. So it would be pretty interesting if we actually hit the anchored view up, go back above the Monday low, because this is Monday low, and then if we go to get a bounce back, that would be nice, to be honest. But I'm not going to trade it, obviously, because it wouldn't be a good setup, to be honest. But yeah, I'm only saying this because yeah, see what happened here. We have a little range on the lower time frame. We hit the anchored view up. We took the Monday low. This is the Monday's low. Now if we took this, if we're gonna continue going up, we're going to take the Monday high. So hopefully it works out well, because it would allow me to take some profits. Because obviously, if you go lower, then my short would be at entry. But if you go higher, that would be totally fine. So let me wait and see. I don't wanna take a trade here. I'm not totally interested in trying to long this. But it would be actually very interesting if it happens. If you pull a Fibonacci from the last swing, it's hitting golden pocket too. I'm not sure which swing you're looking at. Maybe this one. I'm just assuming here. Not sure if you mean this one, but maybe this one. It doesn't matter, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to not overly use these kind of stuff, because like the Fibonacci isn't the main thing that I use to trade based upon. Like, it's literally usually the third to a fourth reason of me entering a setup. So I very rarely only trade based on it, guys, because Fibonacci is just a number, guys. It's just a percentage, but it's nothing realistic. So it's like the closest thing to a pattern that I use, because I hate patterns, but Fibonacci is closer to very close to them, to be honest. Anyways, hold on a second. Also, wouldn't a short be very short-lived now to only 84k? I wouldn't say shorten now makes any sense, to be honest. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, brother. Maybe someone else is asking a question. I will patiently wait for a short. Exactly. Just be patient, watch, and enjoy the show, brothers. You don't have to overreact and overtrade. Do as I do, guys. Just watch and wait. Like, you make money by watching, because like the market, like, becoming a trader is much easier than choosing what kind of trade you go into. Like, picking your battles is the most maybe the trickiest thing that maybe a new trader can actually fight against himself. Give me a minute, brothers. By the way, let me quickly turn off the camera and the webcam and the audio for less than 5 seconds. All right, I think we're back here. So thank you for bearing with me. A little bit sick here. What is the golden pocket technically? It's the Fibonacci 0.65 or 66 to the 0.618. All right, so if you want to copy this, you can just have it, just numbers though. So it just refers to the 61%.8 and the 66% retracement of a certain high to low and low to high. So I don't wanna get into it, but it's very simple, to be honest. Hold on a second. What could be the targets for the short? It's hard to tell you exactly, but realistically, it would be at least me pulling up the volume profile tool and seeing. So it's hard to say, to be honest. Maybe 84 could be, or it's hard to say, to be honest. Yeah, so I need to wait because I need to see how many or how would the volume look like once we get, or if we get above to 89 or 88, but preferably something very close, and then the rest will be probably targeting 82 again, or even 80 back again. So those would be like the very far away targets. I try not to overly think about the targets. I rather just focus on the entry and the stop loss. So focus on the invalidation of your idea and the execution of your idea. Targeting is quite easy once you have at least the risk management like well thought out. Smash the like buttons. Thank you, Val. uh Living said, so basically, whatever happens in your session opening, we are getting a trade idea today. That's awesome. Yeah, that's smart, but it's not a total, it's not a total strategy to just like have a Monday high, a Monday low, New York session opens, you target this and do that. No, it's usually you look for them in addition to lots of ideas. So for the most part, like see how I already had a plan to short 88, but with the Monday high playing out close to it, it adds the fuel to the fire, let's just say. So it's not that simple, but yes, you can come up with a strategy that mostly is backed by just having the Monday high and low. Thank you, brother, for actually keeping up with that stuff. Kareem said, altcoin season will happen when Bitcoin drop. No idea, brother. The action tourist said, I was just curious if you posted. I really don't need posts on it if we already have a Telegram. Exactly, brothers. Like, but maybe I think crypto is better, to be honest, like in terms of like wider reach if I post obviously on X or Twitter, because Telegram is only for those who already know me and like can get to the description and actually subscribe. I wouldn't be getting newcomers from the Telegram, but I do understand that Twitter, if I'm targeting subs and those metrics, I would obviously post on Twitter. But me personally, I wouldn't say that I don't have the time, but I don't care much about subs and that. But I think that maybe testing it out should be in my plans, maybe in the future. Hold on a second. Adil San said, good analysis. Thank you. I think I've answered the question. Let me quickly look at them, guys, because I know I've missed a lot. So maybe I'm going to read like randomly, and if I missed an important thing, please comment again. Hold on. Hold on. Alexander Biro said, do you only trade Bitcoin or also alts? Mainly Bitcoin, but I do from time to time dabble with ETH, Solana, other stuff. Like I've had period where I like traded a Dogecoin for a while. But to be honest, it's easier, especially if you're someone who hasn't been able to turn a profit or become an actual day trader by trading Bitcoin. You won't be able to do that in any other coin. To be honest, from my experience, Bitcoin is the easier one to make money out of, to be honest, because obviously like Bitcoin is the one that moves every single other altcoin. So if you spend hours coming up with the best strategy for, let's just say, Dogecoin, if Bitcoin decides to dump, no matter what kind of support you have, is going to go lower because Bitcoin makes everything dump and pump along with it. So I think that it is for the time being a waste of time. Maybe if the market actually matures, then we can maybe trade coins independent of Bitcoin. But for the time being, it's all about Bitcoin and where Bitcoin is going, to be honest. So try Bitcoin first. Hey, brother, as a day trader, how much time do you spend on Bitcoin TA per day? Thank you. I do actually love these technical questions, brothers, by the way. Like, I'm totally enjoying the fact that we can focus at the beginning at the new setups, the new changes of the market, and then literally be reading the comments for the rest hour or so. So thank you, by the way, Robert, and all of you brothers and sisters, for asking me such nice questions. How many hours? To be honest, when I was learning and I was like trying to come up with strategies, I would spend 8 to 12 hours. Nowadays, I haven't counted it, but maybe four. And if I have a trade open, I might add maybe 2 hours along with that. So I wouldn't say more than 4, to be honest. Like I don't want to overly show off or brag and make it seem as if I'm doing the hardest thing. Like, it's hard to climb the hill or become a profitable trader, but once you're done with that, it's all easy, to be honest. So that's the good thing about trading. Like, even though the probability of you becoming a profitable trader is very, very slim, But if you're able to pull it off, you wouldn't have to spend lots of hours. Especially like the only reason most traders actually spend lots of time on the monitors, on the screens, is just because they lack the self or how to say it, they lack the ability of not overly monitoring their trades. So once you get that down, it's mainly just doing nothing, to be honest. Like, I only wait for on the market, wait about the market, or watch the market and then enter a trade, and then I try not to overly spend much time about that. So I think that whenever I have a trade open, by the way, guys, I think I need to correct myself. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Like, if I manage to open up a trade earlier in the day, I would spend less time on the screen, because I try not to overly how micromanage my trade. Ahmed, how many years you are in crypto? In crypto, that's easy to answer, because I'd say end of 2016, beginning of 2017. So how? Let me do the math on it. So I'm not sure, 9 years. Yeah, close to 9 years. Uh, which is quite a lot, to be honest. I haven't been asked that question for a while now, so I think that the years have gone up. Lots of critical grab. Thank you, brothers. Hamid said, I don't know about liquidity. It just seems like most logical path. I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you. Most people on YouTube think it is the bottom. I don't care, to be honest. Like, I don't care about most people. I know you shouldn't care about my thought, and I shouldn't care about your thought. To be honest, guys, don't take advice from the internet. Like, you don't know me. I don't know what you guys. I don't know you guys. So you have to be careful of like judging based on how much the most think, because like actually it's quite the opposite. Like, whatever the most people on the internet think, the opposite would happen. Uh, hold on a second. Thank you, Hamid. Coinpool said, if not patterns or Fibonacci, what is the first priority in your setup? Is it liquidation? Thank you, brothers. I do enjoy. I'm loving the fact that people are actually thinking or over analyzing my sentiment or statements, because that's too nice, to be honest. Thank you for your smart question. Yes, I'll say this: like, the main stuff that I use is volume, and then liquidity, and then order flow. That's a realistic way of me doing that. So I mainly focus on the volume. So you'll see me adding an anchored view up. You'll see me using the volume profile in lots of different ways. That's the main thing. And then I'll see liquidity, and also I'll have the order flow app. And I also, from time to time, I have to understand the market structure. So if you're going lower, it's more likely than that if we get a pump, we're going to go lower to continue the move down. So these are the main stuff. Though you never catch me using patterns. I'll never. The reason why I hate patterns, just to quickly go on a rant for the next maybe 30 seconds. The reason why I hate patterns is because they usually tell you to short the breakdown, short too late, and long too late. That's the only thing that makes me hate patterns. Not to waste lots of time drawing or explaining my idea. I think that's quite enough to just say I don't like them, because they waste our times. So use volume profile, anchored view up, and fib the most time. Can you show example how you find a trade? To be honest, this is an example. Like, okay, so I had seen. It's hard to spend hours on it, guys. I know that I'm lacking. Hopefully, I'm working on educational videos, because right now, guys, most of the videos, or every single video, not I lied, every single video is about updating you guys on the market. So hopefully I'll add educational contents, as I think from the comments, I think most of you guys want this sort of stuff. So it's hard to quickly answer such a loaded question. But see how, like, I have an anchored view up. I got it from a certain place. I got the Fibonacci taken from local high to low. I understood the liquidity of these high, and understood the likelihood of Monday's high being taken out. I have a value area high that is referring to a previous range. So P.VH means a previous range value area high. I'm talking about this previous range. Now, let me quickly answer an idea that maybe I haven't covered well. So, see how this line, forget about the color and the color, and also the thickness of it. Like, this is only how would I say it? Like a creativity option for me. So, like, it's totally up to you if you want to have it red, whatever you want to do with. I need this line to remind myself that this is a value area high of a previous range. Now, let me quickly give you an advanced idea that maybe I haven't covered previously. The reason why, whenever Bitcoin gets to an uncharted territory, or at least like a territory that we haven't hit or been into for a while, what I usually do is just I go back and I see when was the closest price action or a range that gives me at least a little bit of information about how Bitcoin had like moved during a certain area. So let me quickly say it in an easy way. So you know how Bitcoin right now has hit 82 and 85, this area, whole section from 85 to 82. Obviously we had never gone into it or all the way back. The only like the last time we had gone into it was in April and March. So what I did was I saw that we had previously ranged in between the current uncharted territory. So what I did was actually I pulled up a Fibonacci, a volume profile, not a Fibonacci, a volume profile from the beginning of the range, the previous range, to the end of the previous range. And then if we take the volume profile, it would give you the important stuff that were like previously important to this area. So we have, see how we got the point of control. This is the point of control of the previous point of control, of the previous range, and this is the previous value area high. So the reason why, if you're thinking to yourself, why does Ahmed have a line called P? Let me quickly show you the name. P, which is previous, VAH. VS is just the volume, value area high. The P refers to a previous range. So a previous value area high just means that before or back below previously, how long ago? Like 7 months ago, Bitcoin struggled to break the value area. So how important it is, like even though like we had broken out of it a few times, but see how important it was for the certain volume area. So it's quite evidently an important resistance line, because back then when we had spent a range in between 80 or 76 to 90, we can see that this was part of the volume area of the volume profile. So this is how I'm basically planning myself. So this is one way of using the volume profile, because I've been getting lots of questions of how do you take the volume profile pulse. Obviously I wouldn't be able to cover every single example, but that's one of the most advanced ways of me doing that. Also guys, I do actually like the reaction that took place right now. See how like we faked out the Monday low, we took this low, we took the anchored view up. So I'm quite enjoying that. Like there's a good likelihood that this actually pushes up to a high, or sorry, to the high of Monday. I'm not saying long, obviously I'm not going to long here, but I'm liking the reaction, to be honest. Let me quickly move the order flow. I'm just looking at the laptop here. All right, so if we manage to hold on to this zone, see how like this is the fake out. Like we took Monday low, we hit the anchored view up, we took that low. Now there's like a 70% of us going to 88. I'm not going to long here, but at least that's a fun way of just monitoring the chart. Obviously, if it loses this, then the whole idea is cancelled. I wouldn't personally long this because I just have a long here, but you have to understand that this is a reason for it. Hopefully guys you've understood that. Like I'd actually advise you guys that you go back after the live stream is done and go back and understand the concept of actually locating a previous range and use it as an example of anticipating a resistance or a support zone. Thank you, Salim. Thank you, brother. Alaikum salam. What's the difference between an anchored view up and a fixed range volume profile? Totally different. It's like they're both using the volume. So let me quickly explain to guys. The anchored view up is just an anchored, so you get to choose where to put it, and if you put it in a certain place, it would give you the volume weighted average price. So it literally gives you the average price from the beginning of the area you chose to the current price action based on the volume. So that's it. It's totally different. So that's the only similar thing when it comes to the volume profile and the VWAP is only that both of them depend on the volume. So one uses the volume to give you an average price from the time you had chose to put it on, and the second one, which is the volume profile, just a plain simple hold on a second, like a plain simple analysis of the volume from or within the area you chose to. So if I take the volume profile from the beginning of Sunday to the current price action, it does nothing. It just shows me the volume of the certain area. Uh, bro, could you please recap analysis on Bitcoin? To be honest, it's hard to recap again, brothers. Sorry, but you're always welcome to just view the first 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Because obviously, whenever I go live, I try to like give you an update at the beginning. So you either wait for the live to end and then watch the beginning or the first 10 minutes, or you can do it from now. Like you can literally like leave me, don't like watch the live stuff, go back and watch the first 5 to 10 minutes. That's totally right with me. Anyways, I'm quite happy about the bump here. Why we pumped? Because we had seen a drop. By the way, let me give you also another idea, guys. I know that I'm speaking a lot, but if you want to become a profitable trader, trust me, you have to get a notepad and type everything that I'm saying here. Because what happened here is we had the New York session open, we had a drop to take liquidity and make a new Monday low during New York session, and then we pumped. Usually, guys, this is also something that I've collected stats on. That usually whenever we see a dump at the beginning of the New York session open, usually that could be a sign of a fake out and then a reversal, and also vice versa. Whenever you see a pump at the beginning, that would probably mean a 70% chance of us actually going lower. So usually the beginning of the New York session movement would be reversed after taking a certain important area. Hold on a second, let me take a sip of coffee here. Thanks, Salim. Thanks, Avij. How old are you? He's 16. Hamid is spreading out rumors here. Yes, you should do educational videos on the different tools you use. Yeah. The only thing that I like stopped me from doing it for a while, like even on my Arabic channel, which has, by the way, guys, 832 videos, I'm pretty sure that I've never posted an educational video. Not because I'm withholding information. Like, if you want to watch my live streams, guys, by the way, watching my live streams is actually a harder way of collecting information, because like if you literally watch every single one of them on a daily basis for a whole month, you'll probably understand 80% of my concepts. But I know that it's much easier to make an actual video explaining that sort of stuff. It's just that it's hard to find the time to do so. But I'm planning to. I've got stuff planned, guys. Hopefully you will see, whenever you see a nice thumbnail being posted, you have to understand that this is a part of the new plan that I've got. So don't worry, guys. I'm working on stuff. I know that me personally, as a day trader, it's hard to care much about the titles, thumbnails, and all that sort of stuff. I merely care about the quality and the content. But hopefully, I'll try to find someone that would help me with that stuff. Let me quickly read the comments. Thank you, Lionson. I'm not sure if I read the comments, your name correct. Thank you, Champ. We'll watch first 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, you're always welcome, brother. Thank you for being understanding. Nice fake out, exactly. And Figa said, could you go over what you look for before entering once you hit your target? Hold on. So let me use this as an example. So see how this one now why did I speak about long in here, even though I didn't take it, guys? By the way, I'm not going to act as if I took this long. I didn't. I literally have the same long that I did from yesterday. Anyways, but why did I say, guys, that this has a good likelihood of actually going higher? Now, what happened here? If someone wants to understand why I spoke about the long here, what happened here is, see how powerful the anchored view up tool. I took the anchored view up from the beginning of the downtrend. From the beginning of the uptrend. So from this little wick, as you can see, this started an uptrend. So we hit it, we retested it, and we also, by the way, took Monday's low along with this low. Not the most important one, but we might as well just take it. Extra liquidity for us, and then we faked out this area and then went back above. So what I want to see is merely just us hitting an area and then going back below. So this is very similar. So on the 5-minute time frame, what I want, or what I would like to see for us to flip this long into a short, I would love to see us going above 88. I'd prefer like the higher the better, even like lower. The lower the better. With that meaning that the lower the better whenever we go back to it. So by that I mean, like, whenever we go, let's just assume that Bitcoin actually continues going higher and we go to 88. I'm saying that the higher the better. Why? Because if you want to fake out, we need a good fake out. So let's just assume that we go to 98. Obviously at 98, us going from 88 to 90 would probably like liquidate more shorts. So I needed to go as high as possible, but then the short isn't done here. It's done after, or only if we see actually loss and us going back below to 87.8, 87.7. So I need to see us liquidating shorts and then us going back below. Similar to this, we saw longs being liquidated. We had people that were hiding their stop loss below this low or below this low. We saw the market like hunt them, and then we saw us going back above to 85.7, and then this signaled or triggered a long. So see how why we had a good reaction, because we had the fake out of the lows. So we need a fake out, and then we need a reclaim of the certain support or resistance, depending on if we're talking about long or short, guys. So thank you for the nice smart questions. To be honest, let me quickly turn the anchored view up thickness back lower. Alexander said, took it, thanks. Good for you, brother. To be honest, I'm not going to claim that I did take it, because had I not had the long that we had from 84, I would have took this one because it's fun, to be honest. But me personally, I didn't take it. But I'm quite happy about this one, because if this actually works out well, then that would probably like lead Bitcoin to also hunt the high. So we opened up new session, we hunted the low of Monday, now we're going to hunt the high of Monday. I'm quite enjoying it, guys. To be honest. Brotherly reminder that we are waiting for your Mac setup to understand your flow. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite ashamed of myself, because I'm literally going to travel tomorrow, guys, for 3 days, and I still have my Mac sitting next to me. It has been sitting on for like 10 days now, maybe closer to more than a week, definitely. So thank you, brother, for reminding me of it. Hopefully, I won't be coming out of I won't be starting to go live streaming again once I'm done with traveling, until I get it set up. So thank you. We got Gio. Thank you, brother. Anfiga, you're awesome. You're so awesome. You too. You are so awesome too, brother. Thank you. Lifano is on the chat too. So, anyways, let me continue with the chat. Mine is right under the yours. I'm not sure what you mean. Anyways, let me also take a look at ETH. By the way, like ETH against Bitcoin has been stable for like the past 20 days. So like when Bitcoin had gone lower, actually ETH was holding itself quite right. Like, even though it may seem like ETH has been going down, it's merely going down for the sake of Bitcoin going down. But like ETH against Bitcoin has been doing quite right, to be honest. So I'm quite happy. Like, that signals, like whenever we see the ETH against Bitcoin chart being stable, that would tell us that ETH has held itself quite right during the rough phases of Bitcoin going lower. So imagine how well it would do if Bitcoin actually starts like breaking up or going up, bumping up. So I wouldn't say that, but let's just assume that Bitcoin actually manages to, instead of offering us a short, it actually goes back above 88, never loses 88, and then actually goes to 97. If we go to 97, I'm going to be happy, because this long would probably like blow up. But also, I'm going to be happy about ETH, because ETH, obviously, if Bitcoin gets like a bump of like 13% or 12%, let's just assume that ETH against Bitcoin also can get like a nice 5 to 10%. So at least ETH will be able to go back above to 15 or so, maybe 3,300 or even higher. So I'm not saying that I'm predicting that. I just want you guys to understand that ETH has been showing a little bit of resilience against the Bitcoin drop. Thank you, Ali. The Arabic live stream is going to come next, inshallah. ETH still hasn't touched 2,600 mark. Let me double check. Yeah, it has entered the zone. So not exactly that number you're talking about, but yes, it entered the zone of interest to me. So it did technically hit the zone of support for me. I didn't quite buy. I haven't bought ETH or anything, to be honest. Not for anything, but I just would prefer to wait longer. I'm the kind of person that doesn't want to jump on the ship like too early. Let's just wait and see. Also, let me look at Bitcoin right now, because we'll see if it plays out well or not. If we go lower, we also still have the 84 support line. To be honest, like the perfect situation for us to end the stream on would be going higher, getting the short, and then leaving you guys to it. So let me watch and see if it works out well or not. Anyways, and also before I forget, guys, just because we're waiting for Bitcoin here, if you want to support the channel and also make the most out of the current exclusive offer. I'm only talking or saying that after an hour, guys. So hopefully you wouldn't mind me shilling weeks for a little bit here. If you want to support the channel, guys, by the way, and also because weeks is pretty good in terms of actually giving us sniper entries and good fees in terms of someone who would like to become a day trader, guys. So as you can see, guys, we've got the current offer. Totally up to you. If you use this link, obviously this guy is actually an affiliate link, but if you want to use it, it gives you a $10 to $100 bonus, depending on your luck, guys. Like, you either get 10 or 100 base, or just for actually making an account, putting your email and phone number. So literally nothing is required from you. Just make an email account with the password, obviously, and then just add your phone number. No KYC, no ID needed, and then they will give you a bonus. And then you will get an additional $50 bonus if you deposit $100 on the account. So I pretty much like Weeks. I've been using them as my main exchange, to be honest, for the past year. And if you want to use them, I think the experience is quite right. Hopefully, guys, by the way, I've been getting comments about people asking for a tutorial on how to use it. So hopefully it is in the works. I wouldn't forget to make it. Obviously, I know that I need to make tutorial videos and weeks tutorial videos. So I'm collecting the stuff that the viewers want out of the channel. So hopefully everything will not go unnoticed. I'm trying to collect all the information, and hopefully once I get the time to, trust me, I just need to start with the Mac, because you see how lazy I am, guys. I have this Mac like sitting in a new box for the past like 10 days or even more. So chill all you want. You deserve it, brother. Thank you, Mr. Moto. What is a good amount of money to start trading Bitcoin that earn a decent living? Average maybe 2K per day trade. See, decent living depends on where you live and how old are you and what kind of stuff you doing in your life. Are we talking here about you doing it full time? Do you live in a third world country? Do you live in the US? It totally differs, to be honest. Like, I need to know your situation and your way of living, to be honest, before I give you an exact answer. Not to maybe poke my nose in your life, but I actually would love to answer your question, but it totally depends, like where you live and how old are you. You think ETH will go to 2,100? To be honest, I not sure. Like, I hate to give you like thoughts, me personally. Like, I wouldn't give you a prediction. I have no reason. Like, it's hard to go and break below 2,500. So even like 100%, like if you lose this area, then everything is possible. But for the time being, we shouldn't focus on it too much. Hold on. Mishu said, what is pain on weeks, at least on mobile? I can't see how to put a notification when Bitcoin hits a certain value. To be honest, I'm not sure if it's even available, because I only use exchanges to execute and manage trades. So I don't need, even if Weeks has it, I don't need them to tell me if the price entered or hit a certain area. I only use Weeks to trade. For the alerts and stuff, I use TradingView. And I also, guys, by the way, I also would advise you, no matter what kind of exchange you're using, advise you guys to use TradingView to put the alerts on. Don't depend on the exchange to alert you, guys. I'd much prefer using TradingView. It's much more accurate, to be honest, specific, and also it goes well with my TA. So like, it would alert me to a certain price, but I don't need Weeks to tell me if Bitcoin hit 88 or not. I need TradingView to tell me, because I need to open up the app and my PC to see the reaction. So maybe different kind of usage for me personally. I wouldn't need it. Hold on a second. And Figa said, are you active on Instagram or just YouTube? Unfortunately, by the way, guys, even though like I had made content for like 4 years before like showing my face, I spent like 4 years without face cam or nothing. So these kind of stuff, like me showing trades live, showing numbers, values, my face even, totally new to me. Unfortunately, my Instagram is like super private, nothing, no picture on it. So maybe I might try to get into this sort of stuff for the sake of the viewers, but unfortunately, not all the stuff that you can get out of me is only Champs Crypto on YouTube and on the free Telegram channel, which is also linked in the description, guys. Unfortunately, no showing off, no pretty nice cars to take pictures of. Uh, Actually, do you have like a copy trade on exchange? Unfortunately, not. Full time and living in the US, trying to see how much to get started and make enough to grow bigger. To be honest, if you try to make it full time, I'd say that hold up. First of all, I would say that please don't use your own money if you wanna, or don't get right into it by using your own money. But once, or assuming that you have put the reps up and you've made like enough, to be honest, like a proof that you can make it as a living, as using demo trading, then maybe I'd say that you at least you'd need maybe 10k, 20k in the US to trade with. You won't predict, but I will. Grok predicted a liquidity stream. I mean, if you're using Grok to make trades, that's you gotta be careful. Uh, Hamid said, "Bro, be careful when you are outside. People are asking for autographs now." No, I'm not. I haven't gotten that. What are your thoughts about funding accounts? I'm totally with them. I like them, to be honest. Even though like they're not super popular in the crypto like space, but I do actually like them. Thank you, the action tours, for the next question. Assuming you were in school in 2016, who introduced you to crypto and what caught your interest? Thank you. That's a good assumption, to be honest. I think my face doesn't look like someone who's been outside of university and school for the past 9 years. So thank you. Hold on. So who got me into crypto is my cousin asked me about crypto. He told me like there's a Bitcoin thing that you can invest into it, and not to delve too deeper, but back then I had like a FIFA channel, like a football game channel, FIFA. I'm pretty sure like most of you guys would know it. And uh I was actually, like, even before crypto, I was loving doing trading on FIFA. So that's that. Like we started with FIFA. I was trading with like different cards, making money, like in-game money, not real money, in-game currencies. And then I found out that I can literally do it for a living, and I loved it ever since. Thank you for the question. I heard you still get fees on them like a loan. By the way, funded accounts don't take fees. The only bad thing about funded accounts is that they are literally, their whole business model is that most people lose their money. Like the idea of the funded accounts is basically that you pay them $50. Let's just assume $50, and they give you a fake demo account. If you manage to somehow jump around all the hurdles and you make the certain profit requirement, then they'll give you another fake funded account, but then you can actually make money out of it. So or most of the funded accounts are just fake money, but it depends. Like once you're done with that, they'll start actually giving you profits. So funded accounts are not real money, or most of them, like 99% of them, are only, or their whole business model is people paying them for the entry fee of the test. Uh, Hold on. I've seen some prop funding for crypto. They just take a big chunk of the profit. To be honest, maybe, but the ones I've tried, I don't want to mention names because some of you guys would probably try them. They're good, to be honest. Like I had made a video about them on my Arabic channel, but I wouldn't like to promote them anymore because they are too sketchy in terms of actually like the whole reason why I hate funded accounts, or I hate the concept of them, even though like they're quite well in terms of someone that doesn't have lots of money. I hate them because their business model is all about you losing money on the test. So you pay them $50, you lose the test, they make money. The little ones, or the small portion of people that actually manage to get funded, they hate them because they will be forced to pay them money whenever they make a profit. So they're actually against their business model. So I don't like them that much. But if, to be honest, if the rules were fair and easy, that's totally fine. Like if they make their money through 90% losing money, and they actually pay the 10% well, and they're being fair to the 10% that actually become funded, that's totally fine. But see how like in a casino, I wouldn't like to bring like gambling as an example, but you know, in a casino, how like even if you make lots of money, if you win a lot in gambling, they'll kick you out of the casino. Similar to how funded accounts, if you literally become a profitable trader and you literally rent them and make lots of money out of them, they'll stop your accounts or make it super harder, put stricter rules on your account. So totally sketchy, to be honest. Hold on a second. I think I missed a few here. Natural, yeah. And thanks, bro, for the insight. I'm currently trading futures, just starting to become profitable, looking to see how much is needed to trade Bitcoin in the future. To be honest, I'd say that Bitcoin is easier because the amount of pros that are trying to get into the market are less, or the ones that are trying to make it. Like Bitcoin is easier because to me personally it's filled with the beginners and random degens that literally do random stuff to trade. I wouldn't like to use certain words because some good people are doing that, but to be honest, like it's hard, it's easy to become a profitable trader when 80% of the a Twitter account or Twitter feed is literally drawing random stuff on the chart to make money. Uh, if you had 6k USDT, would you rather trade Bitcoin or some top Bitcoin all the way? Like it, even though it may seem that trading Bitcoin would probably lead or turn you less profit than altcoin, you have to understand that it's not about how much you can earn, but it's actually how low or what would be the minimum or sorry the maximum loss potentially in a trade. So even though like the normal psychological human being would think that, oh, my 6k is too low, I have to trade like Dogecoin and make to make lots of money because my money isn't much. You have to understand that it's not about actually gambling your money. It's actually making lots of money and minimizing the losses on the long run. So trust me, Bitcoin is easier. If you're not able to use your 6k for a whole month and turn a profit by day trading it, you won't be able, no way in the world you'll be able to do it in a certain or any single altcoin. To be honest, that's the truth, the truth story. And Figa said, "Oh, you're better at trading by I can win you in FIFA." Maybe. I've thought about like bringing back my FIFA channel, but I have no time, unfortunately. Maybe as a passion project. Uh, why wouldn't fake out already at 88k and now go much lower, assuming hold on, because I'm not talking about 88k as the number. I'm merely saying we're talking about this high. See this high? This is 88.121. So not 88 as a figure, but only as the wick, which is 88.121. Your thoughts on fixed range volume profile? Oh, that's too detailed and deep. Let me quickly look at that. It's from the 20th November. Hold on a second, brother. Sorry, bear with me. You're giving me an exact timing here. So 20th of November. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you mean that. I'm not sure if that, but I'm pretty sure like if something would make sense, I'm pretty sure it's this. So if you're talking about this, that's right, totally fine, totally reasonable. That's an actual pull because obviously we had started a range here. So taking a pull of a volume profile pull makes all the sense in the world, to be honest. But if you mean anything like that, if you mean more pull to the left, then I'm not sure why exactly. Have you ever used funded accounts? Yes, funded accounts rules are a nightmare. Yeah, exactly. Like they're not a night. They're not hard just because you want actual traders. No, like there are some rules. The reason why I stopped working with the crypto funded account funded prop firm is because some of the rules I was literally arguing with them, like telling them like how would this or why does this rule exist? Like it doesn't relate to anything that would show a characteristics of a profitable trader. Like some of the rules are just there to make you lose. To be honest. Hold on a second. I think the action. Oh, sorry. But for building some starting capital, would you say it's a viable way to use fund accounts or just avoid them completely? To be honest, I'm okay with them, but please choose a good one. And the only reason why I find it hard to suggest maybe a certain prop firm in the crypto market because most of them are bad. Like prop firm and crypto aren't that that's is still a new concept, to be honest. So if you want to try maybe forex, I'm going to tell you go for it. All of them or most of them are good, but crypto most of them are bad, to be honest. So if you find something good, try test it out. Nothing wrong with that, especially because like it's not your own money, it's demo money. Try it on. To be honest, then where are the pros according to you? The pros, I'm not sure if I'm getting asked the question, but the pros are actually the ability of actually just testing your abilities in trading and how strict you can follow the rules. Because like in actual real life trading, nobody can set rules but yourself, and nobody is forcing you to follow the rules. But it's quite like good if the prop firm has actual rules that would like support you becoming a good trader, then, or at least build the good habits. Then that these are quite right, to be honest. I'm only against the prop firms that set random rules for no reason, just to make you lose the money. What are the places to avoid in terms of not encountering these more competitive pros? I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe not the question for me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I saw a guy on X shows off his gains from 500 wallet and working up to 1 million in a year from January to now. His trade that lost him the most was only 4K. I'm not sure what you mean. Funded accounts are much better for pro traders, 100%. Yeah. If you had the skill to make money and milk those like prop firms, then be my guest, do it. So nothing wrong with that, to be honest. How do funded accounts lose from you winning? Because because the way funded accounts work is they give you a fake environment with fake rules that so you can either make money or lose. If you lose the money, you're gone. You have to pay them again for another test. Let's just assume you pass the test. Some of them even have 2 phases, but assuming you passed all the phases, then you'll go live. But the live section of the funded account is just a fake simulation. So even the live funded account, if you pass all the tests, is fake. So essentially, if you get a funded account, an actual one, what is going to happen if you make money? If let's just assume you make 2K profit, that 2K is fake money, so they have to pay you out of pocket. Hence why they hate winners, because like if you do it for long and you literally milk them like for more than 10-20K, they'll probably just stop your account, close your account, or even put the new random strict rules to you, because like you're essentially in a casino. Like you know how in a casino, like if you make lots of money, they kick you out. Exact same to how a prop firm would deal with you if you start making money in the live account. Now some very rare few ones actually give you actual money, and then you get a revenue share. Now that's totally fine. I actually like it, because essentially they test you. If you become if you actually pass the test, then they will give you actual money and you will split or share the profit. But most of them don't work that way. They only give you a simulation. Yes, I meant exact just lesson from your end. How is it relevant? Irrelevant from recent trading action? Thank you, Robik, for that question. See, even if it's not relevant or irrelevant, it's quite a smart pull. Why? Because what we're doing here is actually trying to look for volume profile pulls that are within a consolidation. So see how like ever since we had lost 88, this is considered like a range, sorry, like a horizontal range bound movement, even though we haven't like gone down much. But it makes sense to put a volume profile tool on, just to get an idea of how is the volume been like shared along this area. So I wouldn't say that it has any connection to any trade, but it's good to put it on because it's important. Like assuming Bitcoin actually revisits this area. The reason, by the way, guys, the reason, Robik, I have this blue zone is because actually I had it because of the same exact pull. See how like in this pull, you have the volume being high in between the section. This is why I had put a rectangle here. So just to answer your question, yes, it's very relevant to the lower time frame. Also, to add to your question, it's very relevant because assuming we go above 88 and then we never lose it, see how we got the value area high at 87.9, this blue line. So this would also be an important thing to lose if I want to short. If we never lose it, I will never short, because obviously that would mean that we have actually broken out of this volume profile area and now we are going above, and that shows us strength. So yes, this volume profile is important for us to know where is the volume is disputed within this range. Let me quickly make it less visible here. All right. The guy from X built his wallet from just being focused on risk management. That's quite smart. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but that's totally fine. It's a total scam. Honestly, better off playing roulette. To be honest, it's not a scam because some people actually do make money out of like prop firms. It's like an actual thing that people are using. Uh, it's a good lesson. AV said Mexi exchange has rules. If you make money, they freeze your account, citing risk manager. Exactly. See how like lots of sketchy exchanges are out there. Thank you. A lot of wicks, higher volume liquidity region basically, or am I oversimplifying it? No, it's an oversimplification, but the main idea of liquidity is just the concept of actually making a low and then like visiting the area without breaking the original low. So it's not about the amount of wicks, but the amount of time being spent closer to a low, and vice versa whenever we're talking about liquidity from the upper side. We got Dr. Ahmed. How are you doing, brother? Why is there no super chat on your YouTube? Smart question, because if someone wants to donate, just keep your money, guys. No worries. I'm not doing this for the sake of getting donated, guys. Don't worry. Making my own money by trading. But thank you, though. At least I'm totally appreciative of someone is asking about it, to be honest. So thank you, Rhonda, and whoever or second guy that asked me about that. No worries. If you wanna ask me a question, I'll 100% answer every single question. How do you draw the liquidity level? That's a very loaded question that unfortunately I may not be able to answer it, because these kind of questions require maybe 2 to 5 hours of me just focusing on what liquidity is, how the wick works, order flow, ideas, examples. So it's not that I don't want to answer them, but it's hard to answer them every single live stream, because I've actually covered this question in a certain live stream. So I think it's quite important for me to start making educational content, because if I get asked a certain question, I need to have educational content on them. I will be going live in the Arabic channel in the next few minutes, guys. So we'll hopefully cover I think we've covered enough on the English channel. What has been the biggest breakthrough in terms of learning that turned you profitable over time? To stick with the stop loss and not trying to be right. So like trading is not about being right. When you stop doing that, you'll hopefully make money. What's the best way to follow your trades? The best way is actually maybe watching the live stream every single day. That's it. And also maybe joining the free Telegram channel, guys. Like, nothing to sell you here, but there's a free Telegram channel, just an extra way of following me. Hold on a second. You say Bitcoin is easy to trade due to more beginners trading it. What are the more competitive ones to probably avoid? To be honest, I wouldn't say avoid the competitive ones, because also the competitive ones are good because they teach you lots of lessons, and competition is good sometimes. But I wouldn't say avoid them. But obviously, trading the Nasdaq futures is much harder than trading Bitcoin. Also, like oil futures, these are the hard stuff. Forex, very hard, with lots of like spread and lots of like stuff that we wouldn't have in the normal crypto trading environment. Habibi, you gonna close your long if we lose the liquidity at 88? No. So that's a smart question. Thank you, Habibi. That's a smart question, because you have to understand the way I trade is I don't close longs or shorts just for the sake of opening a certain other trade on a different direction. See how like I literally right now, case in point, I have a long and a short all open together. Why? Because they're different, totally different trades. So I don't need to close one to open one. Now one would ask, why would you not close your long if you open up a short here? Because sometimes what could happen is we actually get a drop, and then I take profit on my short, by my long stop loss never gets hit. So then maybe the price goes higher. So if this happens, I will make a little bit of profit on the new short, and I continue along or on with my long. See how I need them both open? So I need them just because, or not I need them, but it's quite smart. Think about it. Like if you get a good long and a good short, and you get multiple longs and shorts, why close all of them? Just manage them differently. That's the reason why I actually do love weeks, because on weeks, guys, we do have the isolated, as you can in the top right corner, even though like it's hard to see, but you can read isolated, separated. So I can literally open up trades on different directions, and they'll be totally separate. And even like not even different directions, I can even open up different longs, and they would be actually split, isolated and separated from each other. Two directions equal hedge and not also hedge, because Hedging assumes that you're more lean towards one way or another, but I'm not saying totally hedge, even though it's true that it's a hedge, but I'm also focusing on them as two to be honest, like two vehicles of making money, so I don't need to close or close or open them. Give me a second, guys. Let me mute myself here. uh my mother's calling, so I wouldn't love to not answer her. Give me a second, guys. Always answer your mothers, no matter if it's work time or not. So hold on a second. Let me wait for her to pick up, and then I'll mute myself. Give me a second, guys, because my mother has a habit of calling me and then never picking up the phone after I start calling him back. So, anyways, let me quickly check up on her, and before I continue the live stream, please bear with me, guys. If you want to go, then that's totally fine. All right. Thank you, brothers, for bearing with me. Follow-up question: if you have a long and a short open at the same time, at what point you close one of them to not lose profit? Smart question. I try not to close one of them to not lose profit. So I try to take profit one at a reasonable enough area and leave the rest for either hitting the stop loss at break even, which is losing profit, losing out on potential profit, and or either we get up and never close it or get the chance to have the stop loss being open. So you have to understand that, like similar to this one, the short that I still have at 106, I never closed, and I'll probably never close the one at 106 because I've already took enough profit out of it. I just have it on for the sake of being able to open up longs. So you have to understand that. So that's a good question. I try not to close them fully. I only take profit one and then consider the rest like either a high win or nothing. Thank you, brothers, for I think the reception of me calling my mother has been received well. Thank you. I just joined. If you don't mind, can you explain why did you mark the green box as a buying zone? Is it because of volume? True, only because of volume. On a lower time frame. Thank you, brothers. Can you share your settings for the anchor view? 100%, brothers. By the way, we've already gone 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I might actually close the live very, very soon. But just quickly answer the rest of the questions. The anchored view up, I'm pretty sure is just standard default settings. So we got standard deviation, this one being ticked on, and then this is the H plus 3, sorry, HLC divided by 3, and the style is just closing every single thing, having the view up by itself. And that's it. That's the only thing. No other settings you have to do. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Do you ever recommend combining trades into one position? Personally, not, because the way I do trading is, guys, I have to trade them differently. Like, for example, if I enter a short, I have a short from 106. So if I enter a short here, the combining them would like mess up my entry. I need my entry to be very far away at 106. If I combine this short with a new one, the entry would be maybe halfway through them. So it's going to be totally messing up the fact that I need to have my entry very far away. So my stop loss at break even, or not break even, at entry would be very far away. So I need this separated, isolated option for them to be all done all differently and split. Hold on a second, let me quickly see, and also let me see how the trade is going. Ahmed, what's your favorite time frame to watch? It depends on what stuff we're talking about here, but if we're talking about Bitcoin, then maybe the 30-minute time frame. it's a good midway through to be honest, the 15-minute time frame and the 30 minutes time frame. So 30 to 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, from the 1 hourly until 15 minutes. I think the 15 minutes is good, but the 1 hourly is like maybe more outside of you. So 30 minutes is quite alright if I had to be forced to only watch Bitcoin on one time frame. But obviously, it's quite alright. I have the freedom to move across all of them, so we can watch multiple time frames. Like if I have something that is like on a lower time frame, I can, like for example, this would be fun to watch on the 5 minute time frame because like we can clearly see the lows and the highs. So it's quite it would make sense for us to view it on the 5 minute time frame. Just keep in mind that don't treat them at the same way. Like obviously this movement is much less important because it was literally created, let me quickly see, it was literally created within or after a day and a half, so not that important obviously. Anyways guys, I must also mention for the last time guys that if you click on the week's link, that would make you able, hold on a second, I'm managing lots of links here guys. QLWL is the affiliate code. I even got it memorized. Anyways, please smash the like button. We're closing on 100 for the first time. Oh, that's quite nice, brother. I've never thought about it, but thank you, Wayne, for noticing that. Maybe because I've spent literally an hour and 30 minutes. I'm trying to stick for just an hour of going live every day, but I totally enjoy the live stream. So I think that's quite evident for us, or of the fact that we've never, or sorry, for the past whole week, I've never, like the only live stream that I actually stuck with the idea of going live for 1 hour only is this one, which was 12 hours, or sorry, 12 days ago. So I'm quite enjoying the live stream, guys. Brothers, thank you, brothers and sisters too. So let's just get 100 likes. I've never cared about likes, but just because Wayne told us that it has never been done before, so it would be quite fun and also like quite nice to hit it because never done before. Thank you, Action Tours. And also, just while everybody's hitting the like button, I'd also love to use the chance to also talk about the week's exclusive offer. Nothing important here, nothing. I wouldn't force you to use my affiliate link. You have to understand that yes, this link is an affiliate link, but at least weeks is good. It doesn't require KYC, and also is good for someone who wants to get into day trading, guys. So we have day trading. It doesn't require KYC, and I asked the Weeks team to give us the best, nicest offer possible, and they were kind enough to give us finally to bring back the $10 to $100 bonus that literally doesn't require KYC. So this one doesn't require KYC or even depositing, so you can get a bonus. And if you want to deposit, then they will give you an extra one, which is the $100, $50. As you can see, it's quite easy to read here. Deposit 100, get $50. By the way, guys. Sorry, if you use the link, you'll get the code already being put on, so the referral code. And also, just because I need to make it quite clear, guys, that this is an affiliate link, not for legal reasons, but merely for ethical reasons, that if you don't want to use it, you can literally go to weeks.com without the link, but the link just puts the referral code, and in return, as a nice gesture, I'll give you the $100 bonus or $50 if you deposit 100. Safe travels, brother. Thank you for taking the time. You too, brother. Thank you for actually remembering that I'm going to travel, by the way, guys. But I'm going to promise you that I'm going to take my microphone with me, maybe a webcam, so we can look nice in the hotel room. And also, I'm going to take my laptop, so I might not be able to go live for the whole 3 days. But hopefully I'll 100% go live at least twice out of the 3 days, and also make lots of content. So you need or you must not only to follow me on the channel, as you can see, guys, not only on the channel, but also on the free Telegram channel, guys, because obviously when I'm going to travel, like, it's easier to post a little picture or a little post on the free Telegram channel. Anyways, hopefully it's going to be a promise that I'm not going to vanish for 3 days, guys. Even though I'm going to enjoy my time, going to watch a football game, but then I'm going to be back again, hopefully. Thanks, Alexander. Thanks, Action said, do you ever combine trades? Personally, no. Not never, but haven't for a while. Let me say it that way. Safe travels. Thank you, Anfinga. Thank you, brothers. Thank you all, and sisters. Sorry, guys. I sometimes forget. I'm not extreme. I'm trying to include everybody here. So, brothers and sisters, too, thank you a lot for being kind and asking me nice questions and smart questions, too. So, just quickly recap that right now, we're quite happy about this long that I didn't enter, but at least we've shared it. And you have to understand that right now, we're going to target the highs at 88. If at the highs here, we get a fake cut, then maybe a nice short. If we never, or sorry, we hit 88, we never lose it, we continue higher, I'm going to be enjoying my travel with the long, making me money without doing anything. Because if we break 88, go to 91, go above 91, I have nothing to do until we go to 97. So I want to make it too obvious, clear, and maybe boring, that please, if we do not get a trade here, you don't have to come up with random stuff here, guys. Like, I might come up with stuff if we get offered new ideas, but for the time being, with the previous candles looking like this, I might not actually trade anything if this short doesn't happen. So we're not in the prediction business. We're here to make money, guys, by taking setups. So we are in the setup business, not in the predictions business. Maybe that's something that Wayne can note down as a new quote. So anyways, guys, I'm not going to predict whether this would be given or not. If given, good for us, new money, good money. If it doesn't get given, obviously we're going to be enjoying the longs, whether from 85 or 84. As mentioned, I've been trying my best to be totally transparent. Whether I lose money, make money, I'm trying to all share it with you guys. So hopefully you've been watching the videos and you quite enjoyed the Sunday and Saturday videos that have been given. Even though weekends aren't, there's no live stream for this channel on the weekends, but I tried to also not stay away from you guys by being as, to be honest, as out there as possible by showing you everything. So thank you, brothers and sisters. I'd hate to waste your guys' time. I think we're all prepared and ready for the next few hours. And if anything comes up, I'll either make a little video, or obviously you'll see my posts on my free Telegram. Thank you, and have a nice evening. If it's evening for you, if it's morning, then that's all right too. Enjoy your days, guys, and have a nice beginning and hopefully productive beginning to your weekends and weekend. Sorry, guys, week, not weekend. All right. I think